You've talked about prioritizing people who have criminal histories.
Correct.
But is it your plan
all 800 of them
to deport everyone who is here illegally over the next 4 years?
Well, I think you have to do it, and it's a very tough thing to do.
It is.
It's
yeah, to deport all undocumented immigrants in 4 years. But you got to do it. You have to. You have to. Sorry, Texas. Sorry, Arizona. Sorry, San Diego and Irvine. Yep, they got to go. You got to bounce them. Yep, you just have to, shut all your restaurants down and replace them with vending machines because we can't have them here. They got to go.
But you have to have, you have rules, regulations, laws. They came in illegally. The people that have been treated very unfairly are the people that have been online for 10 years to come into the country. And we're going to make it very easy for people to come in terms of they have to pass the test. They have to be able to tell you what the Statue of Liberty is. They have to.
Yeah, that's the one. That always snags them. Estatua de Libertad. Oh, it's lady. It's green lady. Good. Okay, cool. That's great. Let him in. I don't know. Well, look, he said is green lady. What else do you want? It's the same answer Trump gave. I thought that was the standard.
Tell you a little bit about our country. They have to love our country.
I love a green lady, and also they are 50 statues of liberty, one per states. Good? Yeah, I don't know how he does it. Dude is nailing it. He's literally saying everything Trump said was mandatory. Did you get a chance to look at these? No, I have head injury. I see. That's why. Yeah, you guys. Yeah. Yeah, these are the scientists say that these are the questions that people with a head injury or Donald Trump would give to a citizenship test. That's right.
They can't come out of prisons. We don't want people that are in for murder. So we had 11,000 and 13,000.
Really? Why not?
Different estimates, 13,099 murder.
Over the course of like 40 years.
Released into our country over the last 3 years.
No, not over the last 3 years, you weirdo.
They're walking down the streets. They're walking next to you and your family.
That's right. And you could tell, and you're like, get it, you kids. Like, if I get murdered by a psychopath, I want it to be a homegrown American psychopath with an AR-15.
And they're very dangerous.
The 13,000 figure, I think, goes back about 40 years.
No, it doesn't. No,
yes, it does.
Within the 3-year period. It's during the Biden term. No, that was a fiction that they put that out.
No, yours is the fiction, you weirdo.
This was done by the Border Patrol. It's 13,099, and it's during the Biden period of time.
Well, at least they didn't cross over into 14,000. I give it up to the Biden administration. They set a ceiling at 14,000 murderers, rapists, and monsters walking down the street next to people's families, and they hit it. They came in under the number, under the wire. What are you going to do?
And these are murderers, many of whom murdered more than one person.
How do you know? How do you know? Because they're in jail, you dumb motherfucker.
You don't want those people in this country.
Well, I don't want them set loose on the other side of the border and able to just walk the fuck back in.
But you're saying something, sir, that's significant. I just want to make sure I'm clear, which is that you're saying, yes, you're going to focus on the people with criminal histories, but everyone who's here illegally has to go.
I'm saying this. We have to get the criminals out of our country. We have to get people that were taken.
So you're leaving?
Out of mental institutions and put them back into their mental institution.
Yeah, it's good. It's more, yeah. The people who have come here for an asylum claim, put them back into an asylum. No
matter what country it is. Do you know that Venezuela, their prisons are at the lowest point in terms of emptiness? That
just emotionally. If you drive by a Venezuelan prison right now, all you can hear from the windows, I'm so lonely, I could die. There's no one here to even watch in this time zone live, and I sit here all night. The cells are empty, no one came back. It's like a big house with no one on track. Why are they? No, they're actually at the highest number of people in their jails ever. They really are. They literally are more people in Venezuela. They swept up all their gang members and put them in jail, dum-dum.
They've ever been. They're taking their people out of those prisons by the thousands, and they're drunk. And just to
So they're airdropping them? Is it small? Like, how do we fix this? Is it small arms fire? What do we have to do to any Venezuelan light aircraft with parachutists jumping out of it? What's going to happen? Do we drones? What are we going to do about this?
get back, because I know exactly what you're getting at. Number one, we're doing criminals, and we're going to do them really rapidly. We're getting the worst gang probably with MS-13, and the Venezuelan gangs are the worst in the world. They're vicious, violent people. And you see what they've done in Colorado and other places. They're taking over, literally taking over apartment complexes.
They're literally not.
And doing it with impunity. They don't care. They couldn't. They just are.
Yeah, these are the worst. You know what? Like, sure, they kill people and chop them up and sell drugs and stuff, but it's their scofflaw attitude I don't care for. They just don't. I mean, they're sassy about it.
They're in the real estate business.
You know, the local police say that is not the case in Colorado.
Oh, it's totally the case. I mean, I have it on
you don't
tape.
believe them.
I saw it on TV. I saw it on. You have it on tape, really? VHS or beta, you old fart.
The local police.
I play it. I used to play it at my rallies every single night. No, they're breaking into doors. They're taking over the building.
It's the same video over and over, stupid.
Sir, you
And by the
raised
way,
the point.
the police are afraid to do anything.
Yeah, these chicken shit cops, finally. Yeah, finally Trump is calling out the police for being cowards.
raised the point that the logistics are complicated. You said
Sure
it yourself.
they are, but everything's complicated.
Yeah, everything's complicated. You think I tied this tie? It's a clip-on, and even that, I almost cut myself.
You need 24 times more.
Got snagged on my nunt. I apologize, by the way. I should have put a nunt warning up early in this. That was my mistake, and it won't happen again. Just need you guys, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Detention capacity just to deport 1 million people per year, not to mention more agents, more judges, more planes. Is it realistic to deport everyone who's
You have
here
no choice.
illegally?
First of all,
Yeah, you have no choice. They gotta get out. Have you seen how brown these people are? Get them out of here. Like that's all
they're
right.
costing us a fortune.
Are they though?
But we're starting with the criminals, and we got to do it.
We gotta do it.
And then we're starting with others, and we're
We're starting with the criminals, and then we're starting with others. So we're gonna start twice and never finish.
going to see how it goes.
Or the other?
Yeah. We'll start with we'll get the criminals out, and then we'll start rounding up randos and see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Count me through. I don't know. You don't know. Let's just do it. See what happens. I mean, it was only tried once before under Eisenhower.
Others are other people outside of criminals. We have
Yes. Who are those would be non-criminals? I forget what the rest of us are.
convicted murders. We don't mean people that are even on trial. We have people that have murdered numerous people are on our streets and in our farms. And
Really? Wait, there are murder trees? Wait, are we having a good crop of murder fruit this year? In our farms?
we have to get them out of our country.
What about dream?
He's like, farms? The fuck am I talking about? And you tell, like, increasingly he just does not know what the fuck he's saying. So he's like, they're in our farms. Farms? What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean farms? Yeah, farms. I meant, that's what I said. Did I say farms? Why did I say farms? Shit.
Sir, dreamers who were brought to this country illegally as children. You said once back in 2017, they, quote, shouldn't be very worried about being deported. Should they be worried now?
They should be very worried. They should be ever so slightly worried. We may not get to them till they got 3 years to learn Spanish or Portuguese or Swahili, I guess.
The dreamers are going to come later, and we have to do something about the dreamers because these are people that have been brought here at a very young age, and many of these are middle-aged people now.
No, they're not. I'm a dreamer. I'm still got the dream. Middle-aged? What do you think? They're only going to live to be 40? Is that the idea?
They don't even speak the language of their country. And yes, we're going to do something about the
What does
dreamers.
that mean?
And
what are you going to do?
I will work with the Democrats on a plan, and if we can come up with a plan, but the Democrats have made it very, very difficult to do anything.
What? What do you mean? Something else besides let them stay?
Republicans are very open to the dreamers. The dreamers, we're talking many years ago, they were brought into this country.
Yeah, is that how it worked? I'm not familiar with it. It's not like we've had this fucking conversation for years.
Years ago.
Why didn't you fix it during your presidency, you dipshit?
Some of them are no longer young people.
Yeah, they're middle-aged, I hear. I'm a dreamer.
And in many cases, they become successful. They have great jobs. In some cases, they have...
Yeah, asshole, we know. This is the Democratic position, shithead.
Small businesses. Some cases, they might have large businesses.
That may, but some of them have middle businesses to go with their age.
And we're going to have to do something with them. And
yeah, that doesn't sound very promising. You mean let them stay? You mean work something out so they can become full citizens or stay? But saying we got to do something with them sounds like you're still going to kick them the fuck out. That's why they might be mildly concerned.
You want them to be able to stay. That's what you're saying.
I do.
Okay.
I want to be able to work something out. And it should have been able to be worked out over the last 3 or 4 years. And it never got worked out. You know,
Jesus Christ. Because your own party ran interference on it, asshole.
Biden could have done it because he controlled, Congress to a certain extent, right? He could have done something, but they didn't do it.
No.
But I never understood why, because they always seem to want to do it, but then when it comes down to it, they don't. I think we can work with the Democrats and work something out.
Let me ask you about another group of people, the estimated 4 million families in America who have mixed immigration status. So I'm talking about parents who might be here illegally, but the kids are here legally. Your borders are
You're talking about separation.
Yeah, well, there are two aspects to this. Your borders are, Tom Homan said, they can be deported together.
Correct.
Is that the plan?
Well, that way you keep I don't want to be...
No. Fuck you. You can't deport U.S. citizens. Period. There is no situation where you're rounding up American citizens and deporting them. And you're not going to set that fucking legal precedent, because I got news for you. If Democrats ever get back in, guess who's on the list, motherfucker? Hey, if you can kick them out, you can kick an American citizen out of America for any particular reason. Why don't we start with the criminals?
Breaking up families. So the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together, and you have to send them all back. Even
kids who are here legally?
Well, what you're going to do if they want to stay with the father? Look, we have to have rules and regulations.
The father.
You can always find something out like, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. I'll tell you what's...
Yeah, well, look. We'll deport some families, and we'll see how it goes.
It's going to be horrible when we take a wonderful young woman who's with a criminal.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about Matt Gaetz and his wife, or we haven't heard much from her lately, or maybe you just mean Nestor.
And they show the woman, and she could stay by the law, but they show the woman being taken out, or...
Wait. If she could stay by the law, why the fuck would she be taken out at all? What are you talking about? She's with a criminal. I guess he's got to go. Why has she got to go with him? Why does she... At first, she's here legally.
They want her out, and your cameras are focused on her as she's crying, as she's being taken out of our
Who wants her out? What are you talking about?
country. and then the public turns against us. But we have
Yes, as they should. You're talking about deporting someone who is here legally or an American citizen because they're dating an undocumented criminal of I don't know what his crime was, roofing without a fucking permit. Motherfucker.
to do our job, and you have to have a series of standards and a series of laws. And in the end, look, our country is a mess.
No, it isn't. The world is a mess, and we're doing a lot better than everybody else.
We have the highest crime rate, and during the debate, a man whose ratings have gone way down, David Muir, said to me, no, crime is, because I had to debate 3 people, not one. Debating 1 was easy. Debating 3 was actually pretty easy, too, if you want to know the truth. But David Muir said, the crime rates have gone down. I said, no, they've gone up. And then the following day, they released the crime rates, and they were way up.
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
The FBI statistics are, you're talking about those FBI statistics.
Well, no, but
which
he gave the wrong answer. The
confusing
crime rates
based
have
on what
gone
you're
up.
looking
Yeah,
at.
but a lot of that is migrant crime.
Let me ask you
No, it's not.
about another aspect
But Christian,
of this.
you know a lot of it's migrant crime.
Well, let me.
No, it's not. How much? Say a percentage, asshole. A lot of it. You know, a lot. I mean, hey, how much is too much? Any. Okay, cool. We're done.
Let me ask you about another aspect of this that I think a lot of people are really curious about. I mean, 3% of the people who are here illegally have criminal histories. But in your first administration, you had the zero tolerance policy, where we did see family separations.
Yeah.
You ended it. The purpose of that, though, to some extent, you talked
By the
about
way,
this at the
you had
time,
it,
was deterrent.
you also had it with Obama. You do know that.
He didn't have a zero tolerance policy.
And you also know he built the jails for children.
He didn't have a zero tolerance policy.
But in 2014, he built the jails. You know that.
I want to ask you about.
Yeah, they're not jails. They're separation facilities until they can check if that kid is really yours, or they can run through it. They didn't store them in fucking shipping containers, you asshole.
About the zero tolerance policy. I mean, he didn't have a systemic, we're going to separate families. Families were separated when parents were a threat to the kids.
We don't have to separate a family. Excuse me, Kristen.
Yeah.
We don't have to separate a family. We'll just kick them all out all together. Fuck them. We don't care if the kid is an innocent victim. We don't care if the kid is theirs. If it looks kind of brown and can't speak English, we'll just throw it out with the people that were standing next to it. We don't even need to know if they're the real parents. You know, it's what Jesus would want.
We don't have to separate families. Yeah. We'll send the whole family very humanely back to the country where they came. That way the family's not separated.
So no more family separations. You're not reviving the zero tolerance policy.
Well, it depends on the family. The family may decide to say, I'd rather have dad go, and we'll stay here. And in which case they have that option.
But you're not going to revive your zero tolerance policy, which was
Yeah, he is.
put in place as a deterrent. Is there any universe where you would bring that back, sir?
We need deterrence.
That's a yes. Of course he's going to bring back zero tolerance. You put Stephen Miller back in his White House. Of course they're going to have zero tolerance. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Look, ready? When somebody comes here...
You ready? Ready? I've got an answer. Here it comes. I treat all big answers I'm about to give like it's a dookie.
Illegally, they're going out. It's very simple. When they come here illegally, they're going out. Now, if they come here illegally, but their family is here legally, then the family has a choice. The person that came in illegally can go out, or they can all go out together.
Yeah. So what the fuck does that even mean? For real. Either they can go or you can all go and lose your citizenship forever. What? Yeah. They can leave and they can also come back. They're American citizens.
So, but
And that was made very clear by Tom Homan.
So you're not, at this point in time,
No, it wasn't.
I'm planning to revive that zero tolerance policy where kids are
Well, if you call
separated.
that, yeah, I'm doing what I just told you I'm going to do. You know, I don't want to send the family out. I don't want to send anybody out. But I'll tell you, we have to, because otherwise we have no country. If we don't have borders...
You don't want to send anybody out? I'm going to call bullshit on that one.
And if we don't have voting, good voting, fair voting... Do you know they're still counting votes in San Diego, California? Listen.
Yeah, it's a red county.
They're still counting the votes.
Yeah, it's a red county.
This is almost 4 weeks. They're still counting the votes. If we don't have fair elections and honest voting and machines that work quickly, You know, if you had paper ballots, every election would be over.
Almost all machines work quickly. It's when they have recounts where people are involved. It slows things down.
By 10 o'clock in the evening.
So, let me ask you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Also, whatever happened to fucking paper ballots hand counted? Now he's like, these machines could get this shit done. Let's do this.
Let me, before we get
And
to...
you get a much more accurate count.
Before we...
With machines, motherfucker. So you just, what do you just like call up Mike Pillow and laugh and hang up? Like, where's the, hold on. Oh, I have it. Oh, that's right. It's over here, I think.
Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass.
get to all of that, let me ask you
Asshole.
about some of your other promises on this topic. You've
Okay.
promised to end birthright citizenship
Yeah.
on day one. Is that...
Which would, yeah, day one act of Congress have to be, you'd have to like amend the Constitution on day one. 1 day to amend the Constitution. Kill it, motherfucker. I would like you to speak to some of the ladies who were trying to get the ERA passed.
still your plan?
Yeah, absolutely.
The 14th Amendment, though, says that, quote, all persons born in the United States are citizens. Can you get around the 14th Amendment with an
Well, we're going to
executive
have to
action?
get a change. We'll maybe have to go back to the people, but we have to end it. We're the only country that has it.
Through an executive action?
You know,
you're
we're
gonna
the only country that has it. Do you know, if somebody sets a foot, just a foot, 1 foot, you don't need to, on our land,
It's a Florida thing, wet foot, dry foot.
congratulations, you are now a citizen of the United States.
No, you don't. No. You're not an automatic citizen if you just put one dry foot on land. It's a baby. It's an unborn child.
Of America. Yes, we're going to end that because it's
That's not how a birthright citizenship works at all. That's just like the fucking Florida bullshit. Listen to this.
somebody sets a foot, just a foot, 1 foot, you don't need to, on our land. Congratulations, you are now a citizen of the United States of America.
No, that's not at all how it works.
Yes, we're going to end that because it's ridiculous.
Through executive
Do you know,
action? You
well, if we can, through executive action. I was going to do it through executive action, but then we had to fix COVID first, to be honest with you.
Really? Why wouldn't that fix it? Well, sorry, if you're going to fix it with executive action, what do you have to do? Get it typed up and sign it?
We have to end it. It's ridiculous. Do you know we're the only country in the world that has it? Do you know that? There's
Well,
not one other country.
What about the legal challenge,
we're
inevitable
also-
legal
well, that's the
challenge?
other-
Well, there's a lot of things we have that other countries don't have. Freedom of speech, for example.
That'll
Do you know
come.
we have thousands of judges? Somebody walks onto our land, and we have to now say, welcome to the United States. They could be a criminal or not a criminal.
Babies, we're still talking about birthright citizenship. So born criminal. Okay.
We release them into our country.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But with 1 foot.
It's called catch and release. We release them into our country. Wait
So we're catching and releasing babies.
just 1 second. And now they get them lawyers. And the lawyers are good lawyers.
And they put out and they get laid and they have a baby and that baby is automatically a citizen. It's these fucking lawyers, literally.
And everybody has a lawyer. And you know how many
Everybody. Fucking, what is this? What kind of a country do we, like, where people get a lawyer when they need one?
judges? We have thousands.
Oh my God. Where do we, didn't you appoint a bunch of these assholes?
Thousands. Now,
Well, yeah, you know what you should do? Get Elon to start with your judges and get rid of them.
here's what other countries do. They come into the land and they say, I'm sorry, you have to go. And they take them out. Okay? With us, once they touch our land, we're into litigation that lasts for years. Costs
Yeah, but the border bill would have fixed that, dummy.
us hundreds of billions of dollars. We have judges, and I'm sure they're all honest, but I don't know that for a fact. You can imagine what's going on with the judges.
Oh, boy, can I. I'm doing it right now.
But just so you, because I have a lot of judges. I tell
Oh, you got
you what, I know more about
Oh, I know more about judges than judgment does.
judges than any human being in history. Look,
Really? Good. Explain them to us. Give us start with the standard Webster definition and work us up from there.
We have judges. Every time somebody puts 2 feet or even 1 foot on
A half of a toe. I mean, why does it have to be a whole foot? I'm confused. I just need to know. Do we need an imprint in the sand of where they put their foot? Kind of like it's like Neil Armstrong. Is it the Neil Armstrong rule?
piece of our land,
A piece of our land. Okay, so what? Real quick, if I took a piece of our land and just kind of like cut it out and put it in like a Tupperware thing with a cap on it, if I flew down to South America and just let people step on it, are they citizens now? They put a foot on our land. It's still our land just because I took it someplace.
it's welcome to long-term litigation.
That's right. That's the United States of long-term litigation.
Other countries, every other country, when somebody walks on and they see that they're here illegally, they walk them off, they take them back to.
No, they don't. Most Western countries have an asylum process, have a way of dealing with illegal immigrants on a bunch of different fronts.
Where they came from.
What he means is China and Russia, and they treat their own citizens like the shit. If you could push a citizen out a fucking window, imagine what you could do to a stranger, right, Jesus? Don't talk to me.
We have to get rid of this system. It's killing our country.
Let's talk about health care. I've been talking.
Okay. That question was about birthright citizenship, and apparently these fetuses are walking here. Now, real quick, does it count if the umbilical cord is still attached